Hiya. Hope the wind's not too bad today, although it's a beautiful autumn day. It is really blustery, and I'm in a strip of wood that connects 4 other strips of wood, so there's over a 2 mile, maybe 2.5 mile stretch. There's these little pockets of wood that sometimes are only 100 yards across. Sometimes, like this one I'm going to go into in a sec, it's only 30-40 yards across. But the problem I found today, and it's quite disheartening really, is this bit of wood I've just found out has been compulsory purchase, they call it, and this route or corridor for our forest folk friends is being ripped up. All the undergrowth being ripped out, the lower limbs are being cut down, and then the trees are actually being either uprooted or chopped down to put a gas pipe in, even though each side of the wood is farmland, open fields. So another kind of obstacle in the way of nature, and for an intelligent species it really does make me wonder sometimes where our head's at. So I just thought I'd show you. I've been in here only briefly before, just to check there was any sign, and within, I think it was like 20-30 yards, there was an X, a couple of leans, and so I thought, oh, I'll leave that, pop in another time when I've got a chance. And I drove past here the other day and saw them loading up the timber, well, the logs. It's a weekend, no one's working, so I thought I'd come and have a quick look. And it's just devastation. It's just such a shame. Beautiful little spot. Yeah, it's going to go. Or if they leave a few trees on the edge, it's going to take 100 years to get back to how it was. But people that decide this will be long gone. So yeah, shame. Anyway, on a lighter note, I'm just going to nip to the next wood in this chain, where I know there's a few little signs. So I don't think these places are frequented too often. They're just in a chain of ideal places, ideal woods to kind of cross the countryside. For example, there's a wood over there, no sign in it, but the other side of it is a farmhouse, and then the other side is a business few other houses, even though through there is more woodland. Try and get it in shot through there. So this is ideal for them, because obviously no one comes in. It's not a footpath or anything, well, not anymore, because it's been ripped out. Anyway, it's my rant over for the day. Hope everyone's well. If you can, get over and show some support to Deb as well. She's going through a rough time at the minute. Dad's really ill. But she put a little video up this week. She started this PayPal thing where you can make a small donation if you want, which will help to run the site that she runs, and the map, and then any spare money can go to British Bigfoot researchers for equipment and things like that. I think it's a good idea, and a couple of quid here and there goes a long way, really. And I'd like to say hi to Bigfoot of the UK 88, who I've met up with a couple of times now, and we hope to go to a wood kind of halfway between where we both live at the end of the month. Check out his channel, he's got some amazing stuff going on there. But anyway, for now I'll switch off. I'll quickly show you the some of the trees that they've left when I get to the end of this wood, and then I'll get off to this other place where I know there's a few bits and bobs to show you, which is about I don't know, quarter of a mile, half a mile as the crow flies, but I'll just nip down there in my van and film there. Right, over and out for now. Looks like a hurricane's been through here. Terrible. All for a gas pipe. Unbelievable, really. What a mess. Count the rings. Some growth there. Cheers. Notice of compulsory acquisition under section 134(7) of the Planning Act 2008. C Gas Pipeline Development Consent Order, Notice of Authorisation for Compulsory Acquisition to persons occupying or having an interest in the order land. You can already see the sky through the back of it. You wouldn't have been able to see that 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was thick, beautiful trees. Not in anymore. They'll all be gone soon. And that, what's the problem with just plopping it along there? Very, very daft, to say the least. Cool, over and out for now. Oh yeah, well, we're back, and we're in that wood that I mentioned where I'd been of an evening, but the film was pretty poor. It's a bit of a weird one, this. It's a lovely place, a lovely looking place. Private. Again, it's a strip of wood that runs between some farmland. I say it's weird because once you start getting into woods and different places, daft as it sounds to people that don't, they all have their own little vibe. And this place, I don't know, there's just something eerie about it. Not unwelcoming, but you never feel at ease. This is the third time I've been in here now. First time I just popped in just to see if there was anything worth filming, and then the next chance I had, like I say, it was of an evening. They have in the past been rearing pheasants here, but that goes for 3/4 of the woods that I visit around here. It is a big area where they shoot pheasants and grouse, obviously, and there's a lot of wealthy landowners around here that have shooting parties. But I just wanted to, there's loads of leans in here that very rarely you know whether they are just natural, natural fall, or where they've cut the trees or whatever. But there is a lot of time when you, like this one here, that's why I've picked this one out to show you. As I've said before, you'll find a sign near it or at the bottom of it. So you see that fork goes up the side of that pine. That lean, I think, is from a pine, but I don't think it's from that particular species there. But look what's at the bottom of it. Could be natural, but to me that looks manipulated. It looks like that was put there on purpose. Say it might not be. It really might not be. But yeah, a lot of the time I think things like that are put there as a sign to say, yeah, look, whatever that lean means, whether it's a directional marker. I mean, that points directly to the entrance of the wood. There's a gate that runs straight down there. It says private, keep out. Obviously I was on the other side of the sign when I read it, so I couldn't see what it said. If that makes any sense. Anyway, so there's not a lot of sign in here, but there is sign. There's a tiny little kind of structure up here that I'll show you in a minute. So I'll have a wander through and see what's what, and I'll let you know if I see anything. It's not a big place, but again it connects pockets of woods, like that place where I went to earlier, where it's all been cut down for a gas pipeline. Right, over and out for now. 3 leans, all pushed into the tree. Maybe natural, but looks a little awkward to do that naturally, just to drop into that position. Anyway, on to the next. Bit strange, this one. That there, hanging precariously. Obviously comes from that there, which is connected to that runs there. Whole branch, quite thick, so it doesn't look like it would come from that tree. Looks a bit too big for that. Actually, I can't see a tree with branches that big, unless it's from an original tree around here. But anyway, how does that either land there or land against that? I can see it landing against there and leaning against that, but that doesn't fall in line with that. So I can see it landing against there and breaking so that that falls to the floor, or for that to be connected to that, land there and that fall to the floor. I can't see how it could end up in both trees and then split, because as I say, that points off into that direction, not in that direction. Bit of a weird one. Anyway, plus next to it, as usual, we've got that little concoction there. 3 or 4 different types of tree weaved in and out of each other. Can't fall like that naturally. So an oddity, perhaps. Anyway, on to the next. Cool. I'll speak to you shortly. Another interesting one, maybe. A lean. But excuse me. It's a sapling that's been uprooted. Didn't grow there. Been pulled up, that has, or bent over and broke. And as I say, leant against that tree there. I think it might be a sycamore. And then next to it, possibly an X. I've seen these a few where you've got a stick top bottom and then your X, and even haze sometimes. Again, you know, this it just could all fall naturally, but that, for me, that has been brought here. That has. It doesn't look like it's that old. You know, it hasn't been pulled up that long ago, because it's not rotting or anything. As I say, pulled up and pushed up into that tree. Cool. Right. I'm trying to find this this little collection of sticks underneath the tree. I think I might have passed it, but I'm coming up the side of this hill and then I'll come back down this side, so I should find it. But it's a beautiful place with the leaves turned golden, green, yellow, brown, you know, it's beautiful, red. Right, onwards and upwards. Cheers. Okay, I found that little sign I was on about. You can see you've got a lean that goes there, so that's your base really. It's not attached, it's just pushed up, snapped on its end. You can see kind of there, and then you've got these leans that lean against that. Another one there, a bigger one that goes up again into the lower branches of this tree. And then also in the background there's the bottom. Sorry, up there. That's another lean with a bit of bark off it. Interesting little find. And to be honest, I walked straight past it, as most people would, really. You know, you never know. You never know what you miss most of the lot of the time. This looks interesting and all, but again, maybe just natural. A little fork going in there. Probably just natural, like I say. A few leans and then one going in. But yeah, for me, that's not natural. Definitely not. Right, we're getting to the top of the wood, and right at the top there is basically a field, and then the odd tree that runs along the edge of a hedge. And that goes into the direction of the wood that I took you to earlier. It's been started to be cut down, and there's a few breaks up there. So just nip and have a look at that, and then we'll make our way down the other side. But I don't think there's anything on the other side. I say there wasn't a great deal in here, but it does look like that they passed through here. Excuse me, like a lot of these little coppices, or whatever you want to call them. Again, not there. And didn't grow there. Maybe natural. But that points roughly in the direction of that gate. Not exactly. I think the top branch does, because it's over that way. But the actual lean itself is off course. But anyway, I'll walk up to the top, see if I can find these brakes, and if I do I'll just quickly show them you, and if not I'll speak to you soon. Over and out for now. Cheers. Right, that's it for today, folks. But you see that woodland over there? That is in line with the woodland, or that little coppice that I was in earlier that was starting to be broken down. And that runs directly in line with this one that I'm in. And we need to check that out another day. You can see across to the left there's a valley, and to the right this ridge. And I'm kneeling at a place where I think they come in and out. There's a gap under this fence here. To the right it's all hawthorn blocked up. Down there again, fence, hawthorn blocked up, and here somebody is coming in and out. All the grass is worn away, and I'll show you behind where I've come from. This isn't a footpath by any means, I'm telling you, it took me right game to get in here, but no trouble if it's what you're doing day in day out. And when we get through here in a sec, it's pretty steep this is. You'll see it's not a trail as such, but you can see how, I think, well, you'll see, perfect for walking down here. No one can see you. You're half a mile from the nearest road, and yeah, I think this is a route, and this is what I'm trying to oh crikey, stick in the face. This is what I'm trying to find out round by me, where they roam. They must stick to certain routes, because even though it's quite rural around here, there's plenty of people, farms and traffic and what have you. So they want the shortest, easiest route that affords the most cover, obviously. Well, that's how I'd work, so they're obviously very intelligent. Well, you know, why see things like that interest me through Johnny Bigfoot UK. Big shout to him, thank you. If you haven't seen his channel, you ought to check him out. He's a mine of information. He knows exactly what's what. Really, really interesting. And is that a route marker? Maybe. Simple things like that that most of us would think is just a tree fall, a branch fallen. Could well be saying, yeah, you're safe this way. Now, I don't know if you can make it out. You can't really see in the camera. There's a line there. Somebody is walking in here, and there is no reason why it should be human. Of course you'll get gamekeepers and the like, but not the general public. Excuse me. and then occasionally keep finding these breaks on the side of the route, and there's a couple up here I'll show you, but they got me a little confused because they're going across the path. Yeah, here's another look. Straight along the path. I mean, that could be, oh no, it couldn't be. I was just going to say that could be someone snapping a twig, but there's no end there. There's no. So I think someone's put that there to, just as a sign, maybe. You know, this is the way. Yeah, there's snaps to make it easier. That must have either. Oops, excuse me. No, it wouldn't have crossed the path. It wouldn't have crossed the path. I was going to say it crossed the path, but it wouldn't. No. But why would that be broken? It's like funneling you through here. Yeah, this bit here, this is where I can't understand. These two breaks. It just doesn't look natural. But why they would be that, unless there's a route down that direction. Unless they go that way. I can't see a route there. But they're definitely been snapped. They've not been caught. Anyway, just thought I'd show you on my way out what I'm doing. Cool. And, yeah. See you soon.